You may have had a bad day, but it doesn't give you a right to keep a bad disposition. That bad day is something that you have got to go through to develop who you want to be on a brighter day. If you allow the bad days to define who you are, then you will look at life and see it that is somehow the dark days are meant to be the right of your life. That somehow that ill omens and bad thoughts were there to wipe out the light that is inside of you.
So many times in life, man, we choose to settle for less when so much more is available to us. And I don't know what this message means to you today, right? I don't know where you're at. My life changed when I stopped deciding to settle for less and I decided to go get the more that was meant for my life. Right? We live in life every single day existing because we've chosen to settle for less at some point in our life. Life is not meant to be lived to exist. Life is meant to be lived to evolve.
See, when you're going someplace and you already know how much you're going to make, you already know how far you can go, you're in a dead-end position. It erodes your self-esteem. It lowers your sense of yourself. It creates an inner turmoil. It creates an emptiness in you. So I say that your life is worth finding what it is that you're supposed to do.
Every single day, I was pursuing perfection and excellence, even though I knew I would probably never catch it. But just the fact that I was willing to chase it, I would defeat most of my opponents, because most of my opponents would never chase something that didn't have any guarantees attached to it. Most cats need guarantees in order to be great.
Just start working at it just a little bit, but do find out what your work is and hold on to it, and don't let your dream go. Don't let it go.
But maybe tomorrow you can pick up that fire. Perhaps you can make it a little bit more bright by focusing on the things that you know you can control rather than allowing it to roll over you.
Well, I would say pick something, right? Pick something, a nameable goal, and then try to implement it. And what'll happen is you'll learn a lot by trying to implement it. And one of the things you might learn is what a slightly better goal might be. You know, because if you try something diligently and you succeed or you fail, you're going to learn from the effort expended in the detailed implementation of the goal is going to inform you. You will be slightly different as a consequence of the attempt. And what that'll mean is that the next goal you pick will be a little more suited to you.
And so the moment you stop making the same choices that you always make, get ready, because it's going to be uncomfortable. And that's the moment you're heading towards the new self. And we call it stepping into the river of change. But now, remember, 95% of who you are is your body as the mind. You know, you've done something enough times that your body does it better than your brain. So you may actually complain unconsciously, because your body does it all the time. And all of a sudden you say, no complaining. No more blaming, no more feeling sorry for myself, no more talking about other people. I'm going to stop.
You have to make it a part of your passion to say that I'm not going to allow happiness to pass me up. I'm about to run roughshod over everything that tries to stop me from my goals, because I am not going to allow the comments from trolls to set my opinion about myself, not now, not tomorrow, not today. Don't compare yourself to what you see on others. Compare yourself to what you know is inside of your mind, that vision about what you could have been. And some of the truth is this, that until you go through some things, you don't realize that the limits you had on yourself were way too low.
I want you to understand that life is meant to be lived to evolve, not just exist. And I want to tell you right now, listen to my voice, that there's so much more for your life. I don't care what hard time you're going through, there's more to your life than hard times. I don't care what hard time that you suffered in life, what loss that you suffered, there's more to your life than what you lost, right? I don't care about that person doing you wrong or what's going on in your life. There's more to your life than that person doing you wrong.
The thoughts in your head that say, why don't you start tomorrow? Tomorrow's a better day. This is too hard for me, I can't change. Something's wrong with me, it's my mother's fault. It's my ex-husband's fault. It's my ex-wife's fault. I'm this way because of this event. Or the most important one, this doesn't feel right. And the moment you respond to that thought as if it's true, that thought leads to the same choice, which leads to the same behavior, that creates the same experience, that produces the same emotion, and the person says, this feels right.
You have to go through some of these trials, some of these dark nights, so that you can write about them and have the fodder needed for you to have the fire that can give you the light to make it through every bad situation for the rest of your life. Good things happen to great people, bad things happen to great people. But what you have to decide is, am I going to allow the bad things to be greater than my good? Am I going to allow frustration to overwhelm me? If you do that, then you never had a purpose, you never had a passion in the first place. Everyone can live life if it were easy. Everyone could thrive if there was nothing that could come after you to harm. But whatever comes after you to harm is only there to help shape you into a better person. There's more in you. Dark nights will come, but there's a champion that walks out with the light. You ready to be that champion?